Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe. Come on in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, comment. Let me know you are in the house. Throw up those ashes, family. Throw up those ashes. Those thumb up. Make it as easy for yourself as possible. Throw up an emoji if you need to. But welcome to the Daily Spark. Yeah, throw up a flame. Throw up some flames. Let's do something, all right? But hey, I want to say great Nia to each and every last one of you. It is Nia, and it's the Nia day in the Nia week. And man, did we have a conversation for you. Of course, it's all about that subtractive self-mastery, cutting that shit out that you don't no longer need, right? But hey, we want to build. I just was thinking, man. Like I said yesterday, what if? Sometimes we got to ask the question, what if? Right? It allows us to think. It allows us to look at different scenarios. It allows us to explore possibilities, right? So I'm reading a book right now, or listening to a book, because I'm in a car, and a lot of times I can't focus to sit down and read because of what I do. Because as soon as young people see me reading, they want to talk. Even when they see me listening to a book, they want to talk, and which tells me that in some form or fashion they are listening or they are watching me learn and they're trying to learn. I could dig that. And then sometimes they just want attention, and I could dig it. But I'm reading a book. It's called Moriarty. It's a twist on the Sherlock Holmes thing, where Sherlock Holmes is actually the bad guy, right? And Moriarty, which is his counterpart, is actually a good dude, right? And in the story, the framework of the story is that Moriarty comes up with a theorem, a mathematical equation that could predict the future. And Sherlock Holmes and the organization he's working for is trying to get this piece, right? But then once again, it breaks down the way that West Asians think, right? So it talks about the universe. Even if you read the Sherlock Holmes, it talks about the universe as if the universe and human beings are machines, and our actions are always predictable. Of course, you can predict some actions. There's some things you can predict, but they use such a mechanical method, and that lets you see how they see the universe in a mechanical way, right? Which makes it very dangerous if the universe is not working on mechanical laws. You understand? It makes it very dangerous if human beings are not working from a mechanical, in a mechanical way, right? I'm sorry, I didn't have my DJ on properly, so the DJ is on now. But so this book is letting me know, because for a long time, because I loved watching the Sherlock Holmes movies, I had taken time to I invested time in reading the books, because I'm like, damn, this is the ultimate way to be. So cerebral, right? And I'm like, damn, is this the way we supposed to be? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, damn, this is a fucked up way of seeing the world, right? That you can just plug in an equation. I want you to think about that. You could just plug in an equation and be able to predict everything. It's just that simple. You got enough information. And really, that's, if you look at a lot of our organizations, we actually have their framework that if we got enough information, we could solve any problem. Right? No, better yet, we could predict any problem. Not solve, because we have the infinite ability to solve any problem, but to predict everything that's going to happen, for real? Nah. Universe don't work like that, right? We're not in something like that. We're in a beautifully complex organism. And that might not even be a big enough word to cover what we are in, but it is beautiful. And the randomness and the chaos and the order and all these things are clashing and coming together and separating and coming back together. It's all beautiful. It's a beautiful mess. And guess what? It's your mess, right? It's your mess that you get to move through, right? And being in this mess, we are in this mess for such a short time, and to allow people to mess up our mess to a point where it's uncomfortable to live, to a point to where we can't afford to get sick to live, to where we can't afford housing to live, or for others, not just for you. It's ridiculous. We're here for such a short time, and we have to trade our time to individuals that don't give a shit about us. So type of Ashe if you feel me on that. Type of Ashe if you feel me on that. All right, anime. Okay, anime. Okay, all right, because maybe I ain't paying them enough. I don't know. But family, make sure you become one of those supporters so that we keep on doing what we need to do. Let me read the haikus that I was thinking about this morning. So I woke up this morning. I had to, I kind of had to struggle with these, right? Shame on those that lie to your tribe or family, breaking needed bonds. That's one. Is that boy haikuing? Is he haikuing? Oh, okay. Life is very short, but resources are lasting. Stop waiting and live. Now, see, because the one of the issues that we have, because this argument is coming back, and I want those of you that's younger than me to be ready for this argument. Not that I'm necessarily predicting, but we're moving back to an argument where there are too many people. I want you to start listening to the rhetoric. There's too many people now. The world is too crowded. So what this means is that, see, because then they, because the first place that they talk about going to start getting rid of people, I want you to guess where it is, right? We need to practice birth control. We need, that we need to start restricting food supplies. And you got to look at their logic, right? Because I really want y'all to think about that. Because I'm starting to hear the argument surface that there are too many people on the planet. Not enough resources, too many people. And the major reason is that there's not enough resources is because in the system that we in, we have to race to the bottom, right? This means we got to race to find all of the cheapest materials and the cheapest things, and everything is commoditized. So nature even becomes commoditized to where it doesn't matter what I do to it. It's human nature. And I keep telling you, when they say shit like that, it's not human nature. That's West Asian nature. That's their nature. That's not our nature, right? A lot of the ways that we're trying to live are not ours, right? So that haiku came from that thought, because we're always being told that there's limited resources. There's only limited resources because these motherfuckers is destroying everything. They use water, they pollute it, You see what I'm saying? They get oil, they turn it into shit that lasts 300. You actually, I don't even, with all this sunlight, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. All this wind, you know what I'm saying? But now that's not enough. So, because this is where I start, because it just came to me, where I heard the argument about there's too many people. We have people now who is talking about the renewable energy is not enough and boom, boom, boom. And in the argument is that the issue is that we're using too many resources because there's too many human beings. And I want you to guess, once again, because I'm stressing this, where are they talking about there's too many people, and where are they talking about eliminating people or finding ways to stopping people from reproducing? I bet you it ain't West Asia. All right, but anyway, I got two more. I value people because true wealth lies in bonds with other humans. Right? So, and the last one is things turn old and fade. We lose them and they lose us. Easily replaced. Right? My whole life I've been living, because one of the things I try to avoid a lot of times is conflict. Believe it or not, Brother Haitian don't really like conflict. I really don't like arguing. I mean, I like being funny and shit, but when it really comes down to I don't really have the stomach to be arguing with a motherfucker all the time or arguing about shit all the time, especially shit that is not permanent, that's not really affecting my life, because I have seen the ends of these things. I have seen the ends of people arguing, the broken relationships, the broken bodies. I have been there. So for me, conflict means something different than a motherfucker that feels safe. It never been safe for me. Any kind of conflict has never been safe for me. It has escalated to something horrible. So when you see Brother Haitian moving away from something, right, it's not worth it. I walk away from relationships. I walk away from all types of things where the conflict is arising. Why? Because it's not worth it. Now, if it's worth it, I'm going to stick around and I will fight to the death. But a lot of shit that I'm seeing people fall out about, money, cars, property, I have been known to be frivolous with money because to me, money is an infinite resource. I know that sounds crazy. Brother Tim, you just borrowed some money from me and you borrowed money from me. It's an infinite resource. Sometimes it's here, sometimes it's not. That's how my life has always been. Right? Sometimes I can get the shit, sometimes I can't. Sometimes me and my kids can eat out, sometimes we can't. It's an ever-flowing event. And things have always put themselves in place in my life for things to be able to be prosperous when I needed them. And when I didn't necessarily need it, it wasn't. But anyway, that was what sparked a lot of the haikus today, because it's like, I've been I ain't gonna say, I've been argued at because I waste. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not wasting, wasting water or wasting things that we can get back. You know what I'm saying? That we can't get back. Waste things that I have always been able to make. I've always been able to make money. I've always been able to drive a car. I don't even need a fancy one. I've always been able to have a place to lay down and lay my head. And really, when it all comes down to it, that's all I really need. Now, some of y'all might need more. I don't need more than that. Right? I need to make sure now in the situation I'm in now, I need to make sure that my kids have some levels of comfort. But even the ones that's been raised around me and raised with me, right? They've been around me long enough that they know how to rough it a little bit if we need to. You know what I'm saying? Because I put that in them, right? So it's like, yo, some of the shit that people want to have conflict about, I don't even care about. I don't even care about, right? Because you could take some money from me. I'm going to get the shit back. And my ancestors, and my belief, my ancestors are strong enough to know that you're going to be dealt with. I'm not even concerned about that shit. Now, but once again, if we get down to some shit that is really, really worth life or death for a car, life or death for a house, nah, nigga, nah, I ain't got time for that, right? Nah, my freedom, nah, it's not worth it. And I want a lot of y'all to think about some of the shit that you deal with in your life, that you argue about, that you fight about. Is it really worth it? Is it worth your time? Right? Think about it. Is it worth your life? See, and this is what a lot of younger folks don't understand about. Maybe it's my generation, right? You know what I'm saying? Don't understand about how our stance on shit. Cause I can't get down like I used to. I could get in there and do a couple, you know what I'm saying? As my elder used to say, and I used to laugh at him, I got one good slam left in me, right? Don't make me use it on you, right? I can't do like I used to, but I got enough skills to do what I need to do to get away or to take you away. Hey, I'm just saying. But the point that I'm trying to make is some of this shit is not worth it. A lot of y'all are stressing over shit that's going to come back. Hopefully you've been listening to the algorithms, family. The algorithms are building up rhythms within us. It's building up ideas within us so that when we go into these hard times, we are able to grasp to it and hold on to it and think about it and help bring it into reality. Not on that secret shit, right? But at least giving you the balance so that you can look at your situation from a different angle, so that you don't get caught in the sorrow and pain and shame and guilt that people want to throw on you because you don't have what society tells you you're supposed to have at the age you are. I've been dealing with that shit my whole life. And it ain't all, having that shit ain't all it's cracked up to be. When I had the houses, that shit was a fucking headache. Right? It was a fucking headache. When I had a somewhat nice car, people always equated that with the fact that I had money, so they didn't mind borrowing or taking from me. Wow. Damn. Okay. So, you know, like I said, all that shit ain't what it's cracked up to be, right? You're going to have to move away and do, you know, but it is what it is. Family, let's get into the discussion for the day. I know y'all said, that wasn't it. No, that wasn't it. I'm already at 18 minutes. This is why I'm trying. Put it up. Already said, put it up. Put the pistol up, anime. Classes in section. Here we go. Here's the actual haiku for the day. False tales fall away. I choose the meaning I live. My true self remains. Am I haikuing? I'm haikuing. So I want to wish the family and tribe peace. Today we are vibrating on a powerful frequency of double. We are standing in the vibrant yellow energy of purpose on this Nia day within Nia week, while remaining deeply rooted in the blue cycle of Ujima. So we are in the Ujima cycle and we are in the Ujima year. So we are learning deeply. If you take the time, you will be able to learn deeply about the relationship between Nia and Ujima. Our ancestral algorithm for today hits right at the core of our existence. My life has meaning because I choose to give it meaning. Alongside this, we draw wisdom from the soil of Haiti, right? The whole of life is in deep. Deceit is easily exposed. My fault, it's not life, it's lies. The whole of lies is in deep. Deceit is easily exposed. As black folks in America, we are often handed the script the moment we take our first breath. Damn. Society tries to tell us what our lives mean, what we are capable of, and where our ceilings are placed. The media, the systems, and sometimes even the whispers of those around us try to define our worth. But the Proverbs reminds us that the whole of lies is in deep. The deceit of inadequacy, the lie that your life lacks profound meaning is easily exposed the moment you step into the light of your own Nia. And that's purpose for the uninitiated. Type in Ashe if you felt that. Now here we go. In the Players Pyramid, we are taught that Nia is the point where we decide what our personal pyramid will look like. We learn that many people living without a clear purpose, surviving by accident instead of existing by intent. When you lack a purpose, you inevitably end up helping someone else fulfill theirs. But when we establish our Nia, the universe aligns to assist us. You are the author of your reality. Your life is a blank papyrus and you hold the pen. The deceit of powerlessness fades when you recognize that meaning is not something you search for out in the world. It's something you actively assign to yourself. Tabashe, if you feel that. Family, man, this brings us to the subtractive path of self-mastery. Once again, I know y'all hate subtractive, but you got the minus subtract. To truly step into the double Nia power today, you do not need to add another task to your to-do list. You do not need to grind harder for a system that feeds on your exhaustion. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? The system feeds on your exhaustion, on your brokenness. Come on, fam. Pick up the hustle. You got to pick up the hustle. If you don't understand their hustle, you will keep working into it. It feeds on your brokenness. It feeds on your exhaustion. It feeds on your sorrow. It feeds on your shame. It feeds on your guilt. And those people that are invested in the system depend on you feeling that shit. So when you're around people and they're trying to make you feel guilty, they're trying to make you feel bad, they're using the very system that we are in. They're using the design, they're using the lessons they get from that system to keep you locked in. They even use this shit to convince us that we need to go to war. Because you feel guilty if you don't sign. You feel guilty if you have to face some consequences that say that you are guilty and that you are wrong. But then you see what happens when people stand up to it. Of course, we focus on the big people, right? Like when Muhammad Ali said, the Viet Cong never called me a nigger. Right? Never called me nigger. But yet, y'all want me to go fight. So I'm supposed to feel bad because I don't want to go over here and fight for the people, fight those people over there, when those people over there aren't the ones taking away my rights right here in the soil that I was born and bred on? What? Come on, family. We need to get rid of that shit. That whole guilt feeding off your exhaustion. Got this shit, you need to be broken. You need to be wore out for the system to work. That's the oil that keeps the gears grinding because they see the world as a machine. So let me talk to you because your education teaches you that the universe is a machine. They need the oil of your suffering to keep the wheels grinding. Woo! Man. That's right. Throw those eye shades up in there if you feeling me because this shit is frustrating. Because I see my brothers and sisters caught up in this shit, and we caught up in it, and it's almost like the only way we're going to be able to break it is if all of us come to consciousness at the same goddamn time. And the chances of that happening, whew. Instead, you must scrape off the buildup of false narratives, cut the noise of other people's expectations, drop the heavy weight of the roles society forced you to play, shed the illusions that your worth is tied to how much you produce for someone else. When you strip away the lies, you aren't left empty, you are left free. You expose the truth that your life has profound, unshakable meaning simply because you declare it so. Man, check this out. For more insights and shit like that, go get the Players Pyramid, right? My author's page is in my bio, is in the description. Go and check it out, right? Also, family, go and get your friend Goose Saba narrative map. It's free. I'm going to go in today and check and see if I got any more people that's lined up waiting for the map. And if you are waiting, go on and get in the Telegram group. Click the link, join the Telegram group. Like, I tell you, why my map ain't done yet? I'm getting rusty. Y'all just gonna let me lose these skills. This is what happens, family. I come up with these brilliant ideas and they work for the people, but if the people don't keep me working in it, I get rusty and I move on. I create something new. And in a minute, as I age, I won't be able to do the stuff that I used to do. So I'm waiting or I'm throwing the information out to let you know that I got the information and I could guide some younger person to come in and start filling in the spaces that I moved from. But hey, no, we don't live like that no more. Go to your university and pay that $350,000 that you'll never be able to repay so that you can go teach in the classroom. Because you couldn't do what you really wanted to do. Because that's what's happening to a lot of people, family. I'm just letting y'all know. Let me shut up. Back to the script. So support the Daily Spark. Become a supporting member. Become a candle lighter. We need your help. Link is in the description. Get your rep, your principal. Get your shirt. Rep your principal. Damn. Let's get it. And also, once again, join that Telegram group. It's all down in the description, family. And right now, that takes us to... It's the proverb of the day. This one comes from Haiti, right? The whole lie isn't deep. The whole of lies isn't deep. Deceit is easily exposed. Deceit is easily exposed. So you can dig a hole for a lie, but the hole for the lie isn't that deep. So it's easy to expose it. Now tell me, what does it mean to you? And you know what that means. You are now listening to Gye-nyame Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigm.